The phrase pops up again during the needful. What is this needful that they need to do? Well, Kayode Tijani joins us now. He's a sports journalist. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Lovely to be here.
Well, FIFA, eventually it looks as though we escaped the ban again from FIFA because, Chris Giwa has withdrawn his case from the court, and so the coast is clear. In fact, we see Kashi. Kashi is back now. What's your reading of all this going on in sports?
Well, I'm happy with all the, let me see a word that is nice. All the drama is over for now. But the issue really is, I'm not thinking about now. I've told people over and over again, there's a simple solution, which I'm not sure will happen. The simple solution is that, okay, first and foremost, this FIFA thing is not, you are not saying it's gone, it's not. It's been on from the beginning of our football.
At least for this Friday.
We were banned, yes, it's gone for now. We were banned even before we joined FIFA. We failed to pay a fee. So from then on and on, I remember 1992. I mean, you see, the problem is simple. The solution is simple. So I watch Sorazeli every day. Everybody is really, I don't want to belabor all they've said. I agree with a lot of them, apart from some disagreements. Listening to this is very simple. What is the problem? The problem is that the National Sports Commission, the government of Nigeria, through whoever, wants to lord it over the Nigerian Football Federation. What is the problem? The problem is because the Nigerian Football Federation, there's so much money. What is the problem? You know? But the solution is absolutely simple. I've told a lot of people, let the Nigerian government today, as we speak, make an announcement. And that, you know what? The Federal Republic of Nigeria is no longer interested in funding sports. Bingo.
Well, that solved the problem, because what about the monies that still come from FIFA?
Yeah, it solves the problem, because let's speak a fundamental point first. I've listened to a lot of people who I think should know better. Let me put it that way. When people tell me, you know, FIFA, they must respect the law of which country? I can't understand. Yesterday you read out the rules. I don't need to say it to you again, chapter by chapter, word by word. It's very, listen, I'm coming to Chamberlain's house. No matter who I think I am. Once you open the door, these are the rules and regulations of this house. You want to join? You are saying, yes, I want to join. A lot of people are getting it wrong. The Nigeria, not Nigeria. Germany, during the First War, during the Second War, left FIFA. Because to FIFA, you can't be here because of all your problems. The same thing happened to South Africa. The same thing happened to even England. At a point in time, there are some disagreements that goes with FIFA. Listen, I'm not FIFA. I've told people this. I'm not saying FIFA is this squeaky clean. No, they are not. FIFA is one of the, I'm saying it, all the documents are there. FIFA is one of the most corrupt organizations in the world. But when they do their things, they do it very well. Which is why you can't even see up till now where you are saying, okay, somebody, we've seen a lot of FIFA people detained, banned, suspended, they take it very seriously. If you can get away with it, why not? But if you can't, you understand the way it works. So for me, listen, it is the government's problem. From time immemorial, now the hack for the NFF, it's been there for about 8 years. Why don't you pass it to solve all these problems? Why? So it's the same thing that has to do with everything that we are talking about, including the one that makes sense to me more. I don't even care about the FIFA ban, honestly. Because what is the advantage? It's just about playing competitions. What do we lose if FIFA bans us? We're not going to play all these competitions. People are not going to go the circles. People are not going to travel. The one that concerns me most, which we are not really, we are making all these noise, we are not really realizing what is most fundamental, what is the meaning of fundamental. The league, in August 27, 1988, Royal Bed Hotel, some group of people, through Lekon Salami, you started it, he said, listen, let's start thinking about what professionalism is. In August 1888, how many years before that, England did that? Look at where they are. It took years. We started, we were growing, all of a sudden we went back. Now there's a body called the League Management Committee. Undukayabo heads it. They came in, is there on their website, all the rules and regulations. But are they going to be allowed to do exactly what they want to do? I don't think so. Because Membe and Giwa did not meet the criteria. Whether you are a private club or not, you did not. But you know what? Phone calls are going to be coming, no matter who Undukayabo is, and is really big in his own way, this and that. Some people are going to call you from the top and stop you from doing some things. It just can't work. The league in Nigeria is where we should look at. There's so much wrong. 99.9% of the leagues in Nigeria do not have boards. They have sole administrators who can be sacked easily when the governor wants. There's a budget for sports, for the clubs. Who knows about them? The players are not being paid.
The standard put up by the LMCs.
Oh yeah, just Google League Management Company in Nigeria. You see all the rules and regulations. I went through it this morning. I was like, you know what? None of the Nigerian clubs now can meet 10% of it. Yesterday, interestingly, is the deadline given by CAF, Confederation of African Football, for the deadline that, listen, every club in Africa must meet the stipulated FIFA criteria to start a club. So many, now the LMC, look at how I was talking about salary. That's the worst scam in the world. Where, okay, Undukarabos LMC says, okay, 150,000 that used to be 45,000. They are still not paying. They are causing some of the players. Each player is supposed to be 150,000 monthly. They are not paying. They are not. Now, the players, I don't know, maybe desperation, they are even forcing them to sign letters and say, you know what, tell them we are paying you. LMC is saying no. It's not about whether you are paying. We want a financial bond. But that financial bond, if you don't pay these players, we remove it for them after one month. So all these are things, so many things are there that the LMC can do, but I don't think they are. It's difficult when there's so much pressure and all. But LMC is promising us that they will do it. We think so. Back to what I was telling you about the government. Why is the government continuously sponsoring football, especially, and sports? Why? Because from the top, and I've been in journalism for 27 years. I'm not missing words about what I'm saying now. From the top down to the last people, from the top down, from when the budget is, approved and everything, people get from it. So to me, that's how simple it is. It's going to be really difficult. Why have the National Assembly not passed our NFF bill? It doesn't make any sense. You are not saying, okay, don't go to court. Remove NFF. If the NFF bill is passed, the National Sports Commission can say, hey, come, it's simple. You are your own. You have to raise money. Let's make examples of where it works. The best thing to do is to look at where it works, right? Yeah. Look at Germany, look at England, look at Spain, look at Holland, look at all these countries where their leagues are working. Look at South Africa in Africa. This is a fact. You will make the research when I leave. All these countries, no single government of the day is interfering, can interfere. England, what do they have? In the English Football Federation or Association or whatever you want to call it, what they have is just one member from the government, from the Queen, who is just an observer. He's not the chairman of the FA. He's not the chief executive. They run it as business, much like the LMC. They ceded the league to the Barclays Premier League committee, who run it completely. In Germany, is even one of the best models. What they do is 51%. In Germany, for instance, has 82% of the fans holding the club, the shares. Sponsors have just 9%.
Onyeka just dropped a picture while you were speaking. He says, he shows us a picture saying, these are players of Sharks, Dolphin, and Rivers Angels processing at Government House for unpaid salaries. And then he has the picture here. Not a very.
It's terrible. You mentioned Dolphin and Sharks. I was at the forefront of trying something recently, some 3 years ago. Best Ogerigbe, you know him. Late Best Ogerigbe was an assistant coach for these two teams. He was owed over 5 million naira. I called his wife, what can we do? She's like, no, she doesn't want all the noise. I said, listen, let's get a lawyer. She's like, she doesn't want all the noise. They are owing Best Ogerigbe. They are owing. It's not the family is not begging. Where is the money? We call Sharks, we call Dolphin. Every day they are like, they treat you like you are talking rubbish. Where is the lawyer? I was ready, but the wife doesn't want all the noise.
What about, because administration is very important in football, in growing our local league.
Okay.
The state FAs, why don't they hold elections, put the people there who...
Because the government is a state, federal government is the same. President Jonathan approved the budget for everything that has to do with Nigeria, including sports. It goes down with the secretary to the government, head of service, goes down to the National Sports Commission, the minister goes down to the DG. It's the same government. No country that wants to excel in football, in sports, does this. Look at what in Germany, the only involvement of the government is infrastructure. When I was in England, all I was doing is to go and cover a match in different cities. I can cover 2 matches because there's train, there's tram, there's overhead, there's everything you can go. I can't go to Ibadan and cover a match and come to Lagos. It's not possible. Am I going to risk my life? So that's what they should provide, infrastructure. The league used to be absolutely solid. Listen to this. We are talking about 99.9% of the clubs now being government owned. Then, when the league was really the league, listen, people have lied to us. They keep saying, you know what, the league in England, the European league is too strong. There's no way the league is strong. You know what? The South African league, when it comes to the Soweto Derby, filled up stadium. Now, meanwhile, as at that time, Manchester United and Liverpool, Chelsea and Man City, let them come into one stadium and play. In South Africa, it will be filled up. I've been there, watched a lot of it. Filled up, frenzy, simply because it is, well, look at that, you know about it. Listen to this. ICC, there may be some links to the government, but mostly here. Rangers, okay, forget about those two. Flash Flamingos, ACB, First Bank. I can go on about Gabros. I can name about 15 league clubs in Nigeria back then who were sponsored by private. Let's go to what we talk about Germany. What we should be doing in Nigeria is very simple. Each club, if you go to your state now and say, yeah, you know what, let's start a club from this state. Trust me, a private club. What do you want me to do? Very simple. Can each of you bring 2,000 naira and be a shareholder? You'll be shocked. Because 82%, like I told you, of Bayern Munich supporters who are in the stadium hold that club. So no board of directors, nobody can come and just spend money arbitrarily. It's simple.
Then I can pay 150,000 naira at least.
Oh yeah, easily.
If I
very easily. They will pay more than that. It's because they're not paying. It's the government. It's the government.
Wow. But we'll see what happens. But eventually, now that the sports ministry will understand that they're going to have this meeting, call everybody together.
They'll be holding meetings. They will continue to hold meetings. Nothing to it. Solution, let the government just leave it. The sports minister could not do anything about all this problem. He had to take the president to come on. It's absurd. Bolaji Abdullahi was doing well. I don't like politics. Bolaji Abdullahi was doing absolutely well. You have to remove him because of APC or PDP. Absolutely absurd.
Wow. Oh, there's that November 7 match. Are you going to be there?
Yeah, lush green grass, nice. Are we going to win? I don't know. For now, I've told. Steve Keshi, to me, is a hero. He's not so much. But he's back. Nice. The likes of Mikel, I don't know why. Are you holding us to ransom with players who are not going to perform?
But we hope that there'll be other players that will come on board.
Well, I hope so. All these kind of players, what is that? Mudalawali midfield, Mikel. I can never compare Mikel or some of these players who are holding on to ransom. Is that they are saying they don't want. I was in Sudan with them. They are talking about playing in synthetic. I'm in shock. Synthetic. Rashidi Yakini scored on Sudan 1993. Rashidi Yakini, that was not a pitch. We are talking about what?
All right. Thank you, guys, for coming on. We'll be back after this break. Don't go away. Well, there you have it. What a week it's been. What a day it's been as well. Well, thank you all for watching. At least we're taking some comments, and then we'll be back next week, though. Thank you for watching. I'm Chamberlain also.
Well, many thanks. I'm Sulaiman. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.